So this is Christmas, and what have you done?
All the fish in the world.
Another year over,
Blub, 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 blub.
and the new one just begun.
Oh,
And so this is Christmas. I hope you had fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young.
whoa.
A very Merry Christmas.
So I agree so far. This is very good. Very good vocals, especially on the kind of upper range there. I really appreciate that the drum track is not doing a like super standard, like, okay, here's your clap beats, here's your 2 and your 4, or just your 3 if you're showing that you're in halftime, right? But there's also some like kind of complicated rhythms happening, some like fun little like kind of arpeggioistic type stuff happening there within the guitar tracks. Some pretty good backing vocals. And I gotta say, to me, while I know that kids can be cute, in this particular song, in the original, while I do like it a lot, once we get to the section where the kids are just sort of screaming at you, I'm like, all right, I think I'll get, like that. There's like little transitions between things where they kind of change up the chords a little bit. Kind of like, almost like jazzy in a way, but not quite, Maybe a little proggy. That's probably not a word, right? But we'll make it one. Oh. Alternate note. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The kids are here. Yeah, it's like not quite prog, right? But it's like, I feel like we're like teetering on the edge of like getting to. It's like gateway prog. I mean, granted, I'm glad that they're not putting the kids like constantly throughout. Ooh. I like that change up. Okay. Oh. I like the kind of like alternate notes that they're going for, kind of changing up the melody a little bit. Hi, I'm Prog at Jason. Wow, okay. Got some range there. Oh. Interesting. A very different ending for that version of the song. I really appreciate that the kids weren't like just absolutely like, "Wah, rah, grah, wah." Like it's a lot in John Lennon's version. "Wah." Like that's what they sound like to me. Kind of Muppetish, I guess, but not fun. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. And also with you. Thank you for doing that, because that did remind me I forgot to mute all of those sounds for the show. Good call. Sorry, one. We have a quick call in here on the line. Dear Casey Kasem, my wife just came back with 4 pounds of butter. Sorry, 4 panuds of butter. What do I do? 4 panuds is very funny. Anyway, I do agree. Actually, I do think that this could be an easy and early number 2. I'm in the wrong playlist. One moment. There we go. You won't even notice. Ooh, make croissants. That's a good suggestion right there, JJ. One moment. I have to allow a phrase in my chat. No one in this chat has ever used the word bum. Pretty fascinating, if you ask me. Just goes to show that we like to go for the dirtier words. Making cookies. I'm probably going to get one of those. I hope. Gotta hope. All right. So we didn't even have really much deliberation, but we didn't really need it. We just kind of were instantly all kind of like, yeah, man, I think that's a number 2. We kind of made that choice, and that's it. Oh, a bum. That's fair. At first I thought you meant cookies. I was like, what? It was just so good. Yeah, that's a fair suggestion there. Okay, coming up next, this one comes to us from Bethy. Egg. Oh, wait, no, you can't use egg in chat because it's muted. But this song is called Ho 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 by Sia.
Ho, 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 bring a bottle of rum. Ho, 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 cream and whiskey bourbon. Ho, 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 bring a bottle of booze. We got nothing to lose. Ho, 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 bring a friend if you please. Ho, 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 Santa's open to me. Ho, 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 all the misfits and us. I hope the misfits show up. Ho, 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 it don't get better than this. Ho, ho, in the land of misfits. Ho, ho, we're all losing our lids. We got nothing.
Okay, I do like Sia, like harmonies and like layerings. I feel like that's very kind of iconic, very classic of her. I also really appreciate this song because this is the kind of song where I could totally see it being like a song specifically made for radio play. But like this part here, like if you told me actually there's a new claymation movie this holiday season, right? I would go, so that's what this is for. I see. Like this is like Rudolph 2, Return of Cornelius. You know what I mean? The Bumble Strikes Back. The Rise of the Bumbles. I don't know. Alex, don't. Alex, you can't say that. What are you talking about? I know what you mean, but that's what a wild one to drop on the people. Does anyone here know? That's very funny. I do like this little horn section. Or if you were like, hey, actually Scooby-Doo's here, I could also believe that. It kind of fits like right between those two genres. It's like adjacent, but not directly related to butt rock, I would say too. Which is pretty funny. Ooh, this is going to be tough. Because we just gave a number 2. That is true. So we already gave a number 2. So the question is that number 1, number 3, number 4? I mean, surely it's not number 5. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, for now, because again, we always have time to go back and change our minds at the end of the run. So for now, we're going to say that this is a number 3. And I say that it's surely not a number 5 because while I will enjoy this, I can guarantee you I know where this song is going on the list. So this one comes to you from It's a Small World, and this is Eric Cartman and Oh Holy Night. Beautiful. Oh my God.
It is the night of
our dear Savior's baby. Early night, something decent. It is the night with the Christmas trees and pine. Jesus was born, and so I get presents. Thank you, Jesus.
Wait, hang on, I
for
forgot.
being born on your knees, and hail to the angels when I get
Hang on. Oh, the transition is so funny. So, okay, listen. That's a very funny version. They had one for a kind of like Christmas special. It's not a full episode, but it was like a short that played on Comedy Central years and years and years ago, where most of those jokes rather made it into the final cut. But they do this bit where it's like every time Eric gets a wrong lyric, he gets hit with a cattle prod. And so at one point he does get the lyrics right, but Kyle just wants to zap him anyway. And so on that final, oh night divine, right? He gets zapped and suddenly he becomes like Josh Groban for a split second. He's like, divine. And they're all like, oh shit. Ain't it divine? It's so funny. Like, there's something funny to me about like, if that was a real attempt from like a child, I'd be like, yikes, rough. Why do we put this on the program, guys? Kid was not ready. But there is something so funny to me about being like, in a comedic way, this is a child giving his best and getting the lyrics so unbelievably wrong. Like, where is it? Jesus was born and so I get presents, which is a very funny lyric. Then thank you, Jesus, for being born. Then fall on your knees and hear the angels something, and then the backup singers go voices. Oh night divine, the night when I get presents. Oh night beefcake. Oh night divine. Very, very funny. But yes, I don't think that is clearly a sorry, there was an ad that I somehow accidentally clicked on. That's fun. So I do think, while it's very funny, musically, I think we know that that's not doing as much heavy lifting. So we can gladly put that. There is no 10 for Alex, but we can put it at number 5. Up next, we've got a song called You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch by Casey's Songs. And this one comes to you from the likes of, Rigged. It ended in number 5. Sorry, this one comes to you from Az. Here we go.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39 and a half of coal. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in
Yeah, man, I'm getting down to this. Like, this is definitely very funky.
the sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah, given the choice between the two of you,
I take the seasick crocodile.
Oh, wait a minute. All right.
You're a foul one.
All right. Like,
You're a nasty, wasty skunk.
yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's, like, this is kind of currently giving, like, a lot of, like, honestly, as if the,
follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk.
it's pretty good, actually. I like the delivery of that, actually. But, like, I think that it's cool in terms of, like, it almost feels like more like, the Who's down in Whoville are singing it versus, like, a kind of anonymous, you know, voice. Like, in a way, it's like, you know, in Muppets Christmas Carol when they all sing in Scrooge, right? This is kind of giving that, where it feels like this is the town speaking on the Grinch. Not yet, fish. And the solos are really good.
Yeah, well, your soul's an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment and deplorable rubbish imaginable, mangled up and tangled up knots. So,
Ooh.
you nauseate me and your nauseous super nosh, and your crooked jerky jockey and driving crooked hoss, Mr. Grinch, and your three-decker sauerkraut, and your toastable sandwich.
With arsenic sauce.
It might have been Alex. Dude, it is really kind of ripping through.
Merry Christmas.
Again, kind of very Muppets-ish to be like, Merry Christmas at the end. Sorry to hear about Brain Soup. Brain Soup for the Soul. I think my mom bought one of those books once. So, okay. So currently we're saying, though, that this is not a number 4. So the question becomes, obviously, there's always the ability to change some stuff after the fact. But I'm thinking that we're kind of leaning towards a potential number 1, at least until we do a re-listen and a re-rank after the blind section. Perhaps. I think everyone was, well, I don't know. I guess it's up to you all. Again, we're gonna re-go through. Do we want to put this at, yeah, I mean, I do agree. This one was really fun. It's hard not to, like, that's the thing is, like, sometimes I have found, like, it's kind of like when I see like a band live kind of thing, right? Where sometimes I will forgive like some wrong notes or a little bit of sloppy performance if it's a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes that kind of thing just happens. It's, you know, it's live. It's whatever, right? I think that when the spirit of it kind of can pop through, you know, yeah, I do agree. The only difference between these two, right, is that, oh, you can't see my mouse, but the difference between 1 and 3 right now is that while 3 has whimsy and potential fun, it's very commercial fun, right? Whereas number 1 is like, hey, we're doing this for our fun, including like doing all these kind of very complicated solos and kind of soundscapes and everything like that, and like really kind of changing up the formula. And so it kind of isn't looking for like a commercial success, a commercial hit. So I feel like that's kind of like the two key differences there. Okay, so that does mean that for the time being, by default, our number 4 song comes to us by Minnie. This is Carol of the Bells by Rhett Walker. Is it Jump? Ba, 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 ba. Nope, okay. It's kind of also giving Creed a little bit in the very beginning there. Though not so much now, but... Whoa, okay. Mm.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Dusk in the dawn, this is their song with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, feeling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound loud and loud. Hear them ring, Christmas bells.
Okay. Yeah, that groove is pretty interesting. Ooh. I don't even know what to call that little tick, 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 tick. I guess just like a roll on like a electric drum pad. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's pretty good, but this might be the hit of the winter. Minnie, I think you got to make a TikTok about. Did they just make the hit of the winter? I'm kidding. They're not trying. He's not trying too hard. I just know that you really wanted to find that kind of song. Let's find out. One moment. This is from 2025. This came out on November 7th of this year. It was a single track, so just a straight up single, just Carol of the Bells. Interestingly enough, though, he then did put out a Christmas mixtape on November 28th that included this song and also The Waiting, Give Me Jesus, and Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem. That's a cool ending, actually. I do really like the way that is ended. It's one of those things where for a split second it changed up the typical like dun 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 bum, right? Like the I mean just the traditional ending, right? And so part of me is kind of like, ooh, I don't know, you're changing it up. I don't know if you can change up that much, but I do like those final few chords. Like, hang on, I'm gonna go back a little bit. It's also cool because actually the second to last chord, I kind of would have been interested in having it end on that one too. Like a very, okay. So already we've got a suggestion in the chat for where things should land. So we're saying currently here. So sorry, real quick before I do that, let's remember this is where the blind listening was. Let me lock that in real quick. I have to download it. I love that it always really kind of takes away my entire screen from everyone. I wish I could like kind of freeze frame it for everyone. But okay, so that was the blind listen. So what we're currently kind of ideating is this down to 4, this down to 3, and this to 2. At least a 3. Okay. So again, this is just sort of the current suggestion. Do we have any thoughts from Minnie, from JJ? Shinedown. Yes. Let me pull up Shinedown again. Again, this is Happy Xmas War is Over holiday version by Shinedown.
So this is Christmas. And what
Yeah. Sorry. 1 second. Real quick. Here's number 5. The fact that he goes, and, like, as he's subdividing is very, very funny to me. Okay, here's 1 second of each song.
so
That's the first second of Happy Xmas.
Ho,
Well, that's probably not even a full second, but hang on 1 second. Let me pull this one back again. Here's the first second of Ho Ho Ho.
ho,
It's about 1.5 hoes. We just heard "Oh Holy Night," so I don't think you did that one, I think. Here's the first second of "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." A lot going on in that second. And then here's 1 second of "Carol of the Bells." Does sound kind of like a Hans Zimmer. It feels like it's like "This summer, the Dark Knight returns. Batman fights the Joker. The Batmobile lost a wheel. What will he do?" Okay, going back though for real, here is the first little bit of Shinedown's Happy Christmas.
So this is Christmas. And what have you done? Another year over. And a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you had fun. The near and the dear ones.
I mean, pretty interesting little drum track. I didn't mean to pause it. My bad. I just meant to pull it down. I also do agree. Like, this is tough because there are different things from each one that I think is very intriguing. So I guess it kind of comes down to perhaps JJ, or I don't know who else we have in chat tonight. But if we have any lurkers, now's the time. Hear me out. Move the Grinch to 3 and bump the others up. Okay, but Az isn't here to defend their song. So I feel like we're now just doing like a, hey, so-and-so's not here. Unless other people all agree with that. I just want to make sure it's not just like a, hey, solidarity of being in chat right now. Emily says, Carol of the Bells is definitely at least 2. Well, no, but you know that your song is number 3 right now and Minnie's was number 2. Why do you keep saying peanuts of butter? All right, Emily is saying 3 down, 2 and 3 up. This is currently where we're now sitting. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. All right, I'm seeing beautiful repetition. Oh, sorry, the repetition was about peanuts. My bad. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, wait, hang on. Alex says I'd say switch 3 and 2. Do we have any other takers on that? I canceled my download. Going once. Going twice. All right. This is where the redo, I think, will sit. It seems like most people are sitting on 1 and 2 here. Oh no. Wait a minute. Hang on. We've got now 2 people. JJ, we need you. We need a tiebreaker. Calling JJ. Or like I don't know. I don't know who else we have here yet, but Minnie, get old tripod in chat. Sorry, I gotta start using his name. I'm not a home wrecker. Why am I getting involved in this sort of behavior? My bad. Because currently it's looking more like this. I find it very interesting, though, that these two, their cover art is flip-flopped of this. You can't see that. But the cover art for 1 and 2 are orange, then red, and then the colors are red, then orange. Get his whole family to dial in. Be like, hey, listen, which of these Christmas songs? All right. No, all right. We'll go with this. One moment. Let me get this in real quick. I just realized I forgot to post last week's too. So someone remind me to post last week's results once this is all done. Okay. Does Switch have a dial-in number? No, unfortunately. Now, the thing is Adrian is not here yet. But Adrian told me to wait for him. But he also told me that he was stopping for food about 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to give him a few more moments. And while we wait, let's see, one moment. I'm going to go into my Christmas list here. Let me see if I've got a fun one. I know I definitely have some fun ones in here. Rudy spent Christmas in jail. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. Xmas in Texas. It's pretty good. Alex Melton has a couple Christmas songs. Surfin' Santa. Christmas Vacation by The Descendants. I don't think that's most people's jam, though. I had to describe this band to someone today, and then they were like, well, what are some of their biggest hits? And I went, I don't think you'd know them. Like, I didn't know how to say that. I didn't know how else to drop that on them, but I was like, but I don't know how to tell you that you aren't going to know who this is. This is simply a band that you don't know. Crabs for Christmas. Do I know that one? Oh, since we already listened to You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, let's get in another ska band's version of these things. Fun fact, my Nana and I sang that Christmas song for all my cousins years ago, talking about the true spirit of the holiday. The Crabs for Christmas? I'll be honest, I probably have. It's just because, listen, there's a few songs that are like either local based or some songs that are what's the word for it? Like, not like huge Christmas hits. Like, not Hippopotamus for Christmas. What's the other one? The one that's like that. No, actually, maybe nope. Oh my God. Hippopotamus for Christmas, for example. is kind of like the another version of I want my two front teeth. All I want for Christmas are two front teeth. You know? Oh my God, Dominic the donkey, hee-haw, hee-haw. The Italian Christmas donkey. Well, W is the first letter. Sorry, real quick. In chat, Awesome Kickass says, what does WBRP stand for? The W is typically every radio station starts with either a W or a K. I used to remember why that was. It is escaping my brain right now, but that's just how that goes. And then it's a radio show, in quotes. And then BRP would be like for Brippy, for Brip. It might be split from East to West Coast kind of thing. I'm actually going to real quick double check this. Mason, who does the Monday Fall Flat video stuff with us, has explained that. But that's not stateside. Like they might broadcast, like they might have a relay up to here, but why are radio stations W and K? Here we go. Yep, here we go. U.S. radio and TV stations start with W for east of the Mississippi and K for west of the Mississippi, because the Federal Radio Commission, or FRC, established this rule in 1928 to organize call signs, dividing them up through the usage of the Mississippi River. Some early stations were grandfathered in, creating some exceptions, but for the most part, that is the case. So, like, even when you're watching television, which I have noticed before, like WABC, WNBC, but if you're like, you know, watching the same channels in like California, it would be like KABC and KNBC. W for West and K for Quest. Quest called love. Should M make a gingerbread chai first? Right. It has transmitters in here, but it is from not us. Like, it's from south of our border. So that's where the X would come from. Let's see. Do they have more than X? X is international assignments. But interestingly enough, if the radio station also has an X as its first letter, it typically ends up getting a W. And gets a WXLL, for example, for one of the UK stations. Pretty interesting, actually. Oh, which one you should make first? I'm so sorry. One moment. Okay, now... Otherwise, she's making neither... Okay, here's my thought. I think you should start with chai. Hear me out on this. Chai, to me, feels like it would be potentially an appetizer, the appetizer of cookies, leading you to chocolate chip. You have slightly more savory, and then you have the sweet afterwards to kind of, you know, wrap it up in a little bow. Also, if you start with a chocolate chip, you'll eat too many of the chocolate chip ones while waiting for the chai, and then you won't really want to eat any chai because you'll have engorged yourself on chocolate chips, and there might not be any left for me when I come to visit. Is it a selfish reasoning? 100%. Okay. Adrian needs to hurry his butt up. Okay, I just wrote to Adrian and said, I'm stalling, but how much longer? No, wow. Perfect timing, Adrian. Wow. It's somehow, it's like you knew that I was going to talk to you. Also, Adrian, before we start this next playlist, you have to tell the classroom what you picked up. What's the food that you got? I gotta know. In fact, I'm desperate to know. We actually legally cannot move forward until you tell us what you got. We will all sit here on this stream in dead silence. Oh, a quesarito. I did forget that it's back. I gotta go tomorrow. I gotta get a quesarito. I do love a quesarito. When those first came out, I like quite literally. They make shit pizza. Why would you put that in you? You could have gotten like cheese or sausage or pepperoni, but shit pizza? Adrian, come on now. Literally, just a plain cheese would be more than enough. Comes out the same way it went in. Gross. All right. It's time to start the regular WBRP section. And away we go. WBRP. No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine if I did the entire bit again? Welcome, everyone, to the second playlist of the day. This is, again, fan-submitted songs. These are some of our regular songs. These are not holiday-themed. At least I'm pretty certain about 4 out of 5. One of them, I'm nervous that I may have accidentally put a Christmas song in here. And if I did, well, then we're all just going to have to forget about it. I mean, like, forget that it's about Christmas. Up first, we have a song sent in by Fish. Wait, this was Fish, right? Fish, were you the Halsey song? Not to ruin my little good sort of voice acting bit here. Yes. Okay, here we go. So this first song comes to you from Fish the Kid, and this is Alice of the Upper Class by Halsey. And it goes a little something like this.
What happened to the girl I knew? The one so sweet, the ingenue. The jailbait roommate, not a fucking lightweight. Party tail on black and blue. Like, I think I'm gonna miss my train. The street signs all look the same. I think I've been awake for days, but it's so much fun, I have no shame. Like Alice through the looking glass. I'm tired of the upper class. I wanna go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. I'm a freak, yeah, I'm a psycho. I feel so good when I am hypo. Manic, I'm mechanically up all night though. Took another dose, but I don't think it's micro. I'm a beast, yeah, I'm a monster. I knew beauty, then I lost her. In a coma, can't defrost her. Can't you see that I'm an imposter?
So this is a song that I've heard not quite frequently, but I've heard it a number of times. But it's always been in a car, actually, surprisingly. And so I just was like kind of identifying for the first time ever a couple little instrumental pieces kind of happening in the background that I have now that I've got like a good set of headphones on where I can actually like kind of in surround sound and no, dull hum of the highway beneath me. That's not your fault. No. I've listened to it more than just when we were in Denver. Although I actually don't remember if we played this one in Denver, did we? I don't recall playing this one, but I like the double layering of vocals of the octaves thing. I know that people will probably hate that this is what I'm going to compare it to, but like certain Blink songs do that, and specifically Plus 44 in the off time between Blink-182 breaking up and then coming back. Mark Hoppus did a lot of split vocals of like octave moving pieces. And I think it kind of helps where like, your upper vocals aren't super overpowering, but it gives you a little bit of extra oomph to like the lower vocals having kind of like a better tone overall, but it's easier to kind of get swallowed up within the mix. So then adding the higher vocals to kind of keep it kind of sticking out a little bit. And honestly, it can be very hard to like match your own tone in two separate octaves and to kind of blend with yourself, and it's definitely doing that here. I feel like some people think that I only listen to punk music and that I don't, check out playlists or have other interests. Like, Could I sing you a Halsey song from start to finish, like all lyrics known? No, but like I've definitely listened to at least this album in full. So, exactly. I mean, I'm not super Halsey girl. Sorry, shitty superhero name. But yeah, let's all go to a Halsey concert together. Oh, we should see if she'll be in Austin. Could you imagine we go to the concert, then we're like, we're here for like a friends convention. Come hang out with us. And she'd be like, all right. It'd be fun. All right. So where are we putting this track by Halsey on this playlist? We started, this is Alice of the Upper Class. That is the first song of this batch. So where are we feeling? And while you're answering, I'm going to tell you a funny story about meeting artists and trying to like basically invite them to hang out. A long time ago, my cousins and I met Andrew WK at a convention, and he was in town for like a full weekend, but didn't have anything later on that day. It was a Sunday. And in fact, it was Easter Sunday. And so we knew all of our family was going to get dinner that night, not too far away from that convention. And so for a brief moment, we were like, oh, it would be really funny if we invited him. And then as we got close to the front of the line, we went, wait a minute, we cannot do that, because for sure, if we ask him to join us for Easter dinner, he will do it. And I don't know if our grandmother could handle that. So we chose to not do it. But like we came this close and realized he is 100% the kind of guy that would do the bit. We can compromise and put this at number 2. Okay, because I'm seeing Fish said number 1, then Alex said safe 3, could be higher. Minnie is calling for the compromise. So number 2, it lands at. That's the second time today that the first track of the day was number 2. Didn't necessarily end that way, but that's just where we started. Okay, this next one comes to you from Adrian the IT. Adrian, if you've got your pizza, just be careful when you start dancing. Don't drop your pizza on the floor or anything like that. This song is called Emergence by a band called Sleep Token. Yeah, are you not dancing to your own songs? Or perhaps sobbing based on some of your selections? It's going to be a cry one, huh? All right, so now we've got some of the layering with this sort of repeat arms around knee section, building this little kind of guitar riff here. Very chunky bass. All right, slowly building back up again now that we sort of dropped it back down a little bit. And there's that kind of bigger drop there. Yeah, I'm not quite in the same boat here, Alex, but um, I do like a lot of like the little individual sections here. I guess maybe part of this might be like more like a live thing. Probably would feel very different having sort of the build up sections here. Okay, like that's a much shorter section because I was gonna say if we're back at the arms around me, each time it's taken a little bit of time to sort of to kind of get into it, but that last one only a short arms around me and then a whoop. I can't quite make the same sound. I'm sorry. Almost a bark. Almost a bark. Keeping that trend alive. Just for Minnie. Yeah, I was gonna say I can definitely tell there's gonna be like a clearly kind of longer music section in because there's still about a minute left and this is the end of the lyrics according to Spotify at least. Oh, okay. Never mind. I kind of feel like I'm now in a noir film. That's fair. Yeah, I could totally see this being like pretty soaring in like an arena, especially with the way that a hall can kind of fill up a space. Not what I would try to just say just now, but I'm sure you get what I mean. While we deliberate on that section or section on the song placement. Oops, sorry, 1 second. Where is it? I think it's like right here. This part does feel kind of like I got the call around 1:25 in the morning. The call said Eddie Brasco's dead, and then they hung up. Eddie Brasco is a name I haven't heard in over a decade, and yet I knew the gang wars were just beginning. Like it strongly has like a old black and white noir film. Like the soulful saxophone was just sort of like very light piano work. Again, there's a lot of little sections, a lot of little bits that like I'm liking. I mean, yeah, I would always be down. I kind of feel like we could all use a little more noir in our music. Um, a parody of what was the band Gnar? What is it? What is that? Guar? Wait, what's that band? Guar? Is that it? GWAR, right? Imagine that, but all noir. Noir. I don't know. Anyway, so where are we thinking? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Alex. Mini fish. I think Alex was dropping it at 3. I'm gonna go back. Where'd you have that? Hang on. Maybe I misread. I thought someone mentioned where. So 3 for Minnie. Three for Emily. Yeah, no, the saxophone part is great. I definitely get that. Okay, I'll tell you what. Hear me out. This is because this is the blind section. Again, we can also reevaluate in a little bit. I'm thinking we have 3 more tracks. So we've got some maneuverability here. And so if we put it at 3, we've only got bottom part and top part. I'm thinking as during the blind section, I think maybe what if we start at 4? We have the option to kind of move it around. Because I actually, again, these are all songs, not all, sorry, but the next 3 songs rather are all songs that I am completely unaware of. So, oh no, that's not true. Sorry, I do know one of them. I'm just a dumbass. No. I know, Adrian. Like, just to be clear, also I think that we've talked about this before, but also whenever we do like a ranking of like the WBRP stuff, it's definitely not necessarily so much of like a like sometimes like 5 in the other shows or in the other show is usually like, oh, it's bad, right? That's because we're taking like random songs that we've definitely never heard, right? Usually, but like for this show, we know it's a lot of people bringing in some of their favorites or just a song that they really like. So it's not so much of like a, like a bad thing. It's definitely just like so I mean, 5 is still gonna be a top 5, right? Which sounds weird to say when it's only 5 songs, but I think you get what I mean. Like, we all know that we're bringing our best, except for "Oh Holy Night" by Eric Cartman. Okay, so this next song is called something. To be clear, that's not the name of the song, but it is in another language, and I do not know how to say it. So here's a song by Kingo Hamada. This one is from It's a Small World. Oh, shit. It's giving like 1970s sitcom intro. Like sick little intro, but then it's like if you told me this is what they put in front of Golden Girls in a different country, I'd be like, all right, yeah. Yeah, the voice is really smooth. And the Rhodes in the background, that Rhodes keyboard. Are you fighting about cookies? Fighting about the song? Ooh. Yeah, man. Oh, man. That's such a good transition out. It's like so simple. Just a couple quick hits into a rest and then back in. This also like kind of like this little quick strum, quiet pick on the guitar track. It's like little light muted. And the bass, ooh, it's a good tone on the bass too. I wish it was a little higher in the mix. Man, this is fun. Also cool that we got 2 songs back to back with saxophone though. What are the chances? I mean, again, I put them in at random here. Oh, it's this song. It's so funny because I was like, I don't know the name of that one song, but in my head I was like, it sounds so much like this thing right here, this section. That's so funny that I had no clue that it was going to be that same thing. Wow. And again, like a soulful ending. Wow, Kingo Hamada, a song I can't read from Midnight Cruisin'. What a number. What are we thinking? Because I can tell you where I'm at. But I'd love to hear the people sing. I'd love to hear from Emily. I'd love to hear from Fish, although he may have only heard about 30 seconds. Alex, an Adrian, a Minnie, a JJ perhaps. And any lurkers. Lurkers, get those votes in. If you're in line, stay in line. That's fascinating to me. That's truly fascinating to me. No, you're good. You're good, Adrian. Thanks, Casey. I'm Casey Kasem, and this is your top 5 WBRP songs. I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, it's a 1. But it's not about my opinion. It's about the collective. There's a lot of fun little things happening in here. And also, if for no other reason, hang on, where is it? Hang on. Where is it? Is it? It's right here. Like, we've all seen that while scrolling through social media. A classic, a tried and true. I will agree with 3 for now. Amato, you done did the good thing. Okay, here we go. Up next, this song comes to you from Bethy. This is Dead Girl Walking from the Heathers musical.
The demon queen of high school has decreed it. She says Monday 8 a.m. I will be deleted. They'll hunt me down in study hall, stuff and mount me on the wall. 30 hours to live.
Welcome in, Fisher. Good to see you. We're currently in a blind listen ranking right now. Going through some user-submitted songs here. We're on song 4 out of 5 right now. This is Dead Girl Walking from the Heathers musical. As someone who has, done a lot of musicals and been in a lot of musicals, even if I didn't know this, if you just started playing me a song from this, I for sure would have gone, this is a musical. And not even just from this section here where she even goes what? And kind of has a brief little dialogue-ish moment. the guitar and bass tone, just from the beginning alone, is like so... What is the word that I'm looking for? Like, not a trope, but it is 100% like, it is like the sound of like musical soundtracks. Yeah, and then also like, because it's a musical, like the way that someone is singing is like, it's very bright, but it's not the same type of bright that you find in like pop music, because like they don't have to like, you know, again, they don't have to like belt. I will say Heathers is a pretty damn good musical. As someone who's not really heavily involved in the scene anymore, this is a show that I kind of am surprised I even ever really kind of listened to afterwards. It's funny, Alex, I love playing for shows. I mean, well, no, I should take that back. I love playing for shows that are good. Because I've definitely played in the pit for musicals that I just cannot stand. And that is a real bummer. But like, I actually would love to play in the pit for a Heathers show. It would be a lot of fun. And I know people are going to think I'm kind of memeing here. But like, playing for Shrek, for example, honest to God rules. And same with like Legally Blonde. The books, like the pit books for those shows, slap. And especially as a bass player, oh my God, the bass tracks on those shows are so good. And this also has some like good horn hits. I think there's better songs in this show. I do think that there's better tunes in this one. I just think that the guy's voice doesn't do a lot for me, specifically, in this particular one. But yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, again, with all the love and light in my heart, I've got a soft spot for musicals and stuff like that, having been in so many and playing for many. But I think it's going to be there. So that means that by default, for the time being, again, until we do the re-ranking, that leaves our number one song sent in by Calzones as our very own beloved as. That's interesting, Adrian, because that's not how you speak to Minnie's man or to Christian. Interesting. Performative. All right, here is American Cowboy by Guppy.
Standing in front of an open fridge, trying just to keep my chill. Putting my hands in my roommate's yogurt for something I can actually feel. My hands are feeling sticky, but I've got no regrets, 'cause all my thoughts and actions are the fucking best. I'm an American cowboy, and my stomach hurts like shit.
That's a funny lyric. That's kind of Adrian coded. My stomach hurts like shit. Kind of a longer intro, I feel like. Takes a minute to get there, I think. But once that first little bit kind of comes in, I'm definitely into that. Some nice layering of the instruments here, though. A little slide guitar in there. I appreciate putting in like literal kind of like cowboy music into a song called American Cowboy. I wonder how much they do of this same type of playing in other songs. Yeah, it's also a good lyric. I mean, this is very fun. Wow. Pretty complicated little guitar bits here.
Felt like I'm about to lose my shit. Slurping up somebody else's spit. Thinking
Okay.
maybe that I liked it. Felt like choking on a lemon seed. Forgetting all my earthly wants and needs.
Okay.
Begging at someone on hands and knees. But there's still a cowboy in me. But there's still a cowboy in me.
Oh, interesting.
Still a cowboy in me, in me, in me. I'm an American cowboy.
Okay, key change. What football player did you think was going to be in you? I'm very confused by where that one came from. Might be projecting just a little bit. Is this about Puka Nakua? All right. So currently that's at number 1. But now that we're done listening, the question is where are we putting stuff? Yeah, but he does suck. I don't know you. Unless you're saying no, they all like. Never mind. Well, I won't go there. Slide 1 down to 3, and then okay. So this is the current request. How does that sit with other people? Wow, Emily with the most Alex-based song request I've ever heard. It is no wonder that you two are married.
What happened to the girl I knew?
There's 2 songs. Well, so you did end up number 1 in the blind ranking. But here we go. So this is 1. Then here's 2 seconds of the other one. Yeah. Here we go. Here's 2.5 seconds. That was Emergence. That's 2.5 seconds. Here's 2.5 seconds of the Kingo Hamada song. Then here's 2.5 seconds of Dead Girl Walking. And then 2.5 seconds of American Cowboy. All right. There's your quick second glance. But in all actuality, is there anything that we need to hear? Alex is saying swapping 4 and 5. But I think everyone else is saying that they like this currently. I mean, again, one of the main reasons why I like WBRP, kind of going back to something I mentioned earlier, but like, I do really dig like the fact that I feel like everyone typically is bringing like some of like their best stuff to this. American Cowboy, I will say, like we were talking about a couple of different factors that we liked as. First and foremost, funny lyrics. There's some good stuff in there. Some stuff in there that's a little Adrian coded, you know, with saying that their stomach hurts like shit. That's someone who DQs for sure. Then also the instrumentation that's kind of happening, especially when they start getting into some cool kind of like picking sections, and then like pan to the right, and then panned on the left hand side, you have like the slide guitar, which is very cool. Like it's good. That you've got some like literal kind of Western cowboy style instrumentation in a song that has the word cowboy in it. For me, the what do you mean? Adrian, if I took a poll, both in chat or on Discord or something, and said, if I said someone is DQing, who would you associate that with? People are going to say you. People know you. People know your thing. You said it at BripCon. You say it in chat. You say it in the middle of Fortnite. You're not getting away with this one. I think that's false. That's very funny. Anyway, exactly. The Dairy Queen. Does anyone want something from Dairy Queen? Everyone knows that you're going to get a milkshake. Actually, I did forget about that for a split second. But yeah, we did talk about the key change. The key change was good. We had 2 songs tonight that had key changes, which was cool. And also 2 songs with saxophone. So I think that's very funny. Yeah, I can explain it to you on Sunday, Emily. I won't throw it in chat. That feels wrong. But yeah, the key change was very good. I feel like the only thing for me is like with American Cowboy, I feel like if that intro was just a little shorter, the intro was like nearly a full minute. And it just took a minute to get going. But like once it did get going, I was definitely very into that song. So that's a solid listing. I did forget to download the original version of this, so give me 1 second. I'm going to download the not blind version. And then I'm going to download what it used to be. There we go. Okay, I'll put this back. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. So, this next one, though, is going to require me to let Maggie know that we're now on her selections. Let's see. Forgot to give you an update, but we're about to do your album. Okay. She reacted to a message that I sent her probably about 30 minutes ago. So I'm assuming she's alive. Did you actually send it, Alex? I thought you said that you had a suggestion, but hang on. You did miss the Christmas one. Hang on. Alex, did I miss one? Please hold, everyone. Oh, shit. You did send something. Okay. You know what? You know why this happened? And this is on me. I forgot to put it in this section here. Hang on, I'm going to say from Alex, and I'm going to make sure that this is the first one on the next one. That's on me. So I had a section for it, and I forgot to put it in the Discord server section. In fact, you know what? Hang on. I'm just going to do this real fast. I need to make sure that you have access to this because I don't think you do. Alex, there we go. I got you. All right, you're there now. That's on me. I've forgotten that you had DM'd it to me. That's why that happened. Also, if everyone is currently sitting in the Discord, you should go look at the pet pics. Currently, Alex is watching the show with Gromit on the couch. Yeah, I'm so sorry. If I normally what I would do is like if I let me try this again. Because normally I have like a lot of like preset stuff. So like I do like a lot of like my getting all the artwork and getting the things set up. So I'm so sorry. I will definitely grab you on the next one. I'll make sure that's the first one. I totally bungled that one. Whoops. That one's on me, chat. In fact, Alex, if you want to send in a second one, I'm gonna put 2 tracks on for Alex. Okay. Oh wait, Minnie, I wanna rip cards. I just don't have card ripping money, but like I'll take a pack if someone wants to just kind of give me like the controller that's not plugged in. All right. It's time for Maggie's suggestions. I'm also going to message Jen. Okay. I made sure Jen knew as well because I figured Jen would want to know that we were doing this one. I do think that Gromit is mostly looking towards where the cookies are being made is kind of my best guess in this picture, but I do appreciate that Gromit is at least listening. Also, every time I say his name, does he look at all, Alex? Like if I say his name, is he like... Or is he just like... Oh, he's sleeping? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, am I wrong? Is he not facing the kitchen right now? He's sleeping again. All right, that's fair. Most people who watch Colin and Parker streams, I think, do end up falling asleep. So that's a fair assessment. Okay, well, I have texted Maggie. I have texted Jen. And so if they miss it, luckily we'll have a recording. But everyone, this next one has 6 songs. Maggie not only resubbed this month, but she also gifted 5 subs last night. And so she got to send in a 6-song EP. She's asleep. That's kind of what I figured, but I'm going to let you know right now. Some people are probably going to love this. Not probably. Some people are going to love this. Some people are probably going to be a little bummed. So just sort of be aware. We've got 6 songs to rank. So just remember that we have 1 extra spot now. Here is track number 1. I'm not even going to introduce it until afterwards. I'm just going to let it rip. Here is Quintastic 95's special WBRP playlist tier edition playlist song number 1. That was louder than I was expecting. I'm not going to lie to you. That hurt me a little bit. Whoops.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it.
Yep.
Now I know what a fool
Yes to both.
I've been, but if you kiss me now,
Sorry, it is yes to both.
again. Last Christmas,
So I will say,
gave you my heart, but the very next day,
I do unironically love Last Christmas, like just like the song itself, the actual song. So it is hard to not kind of dig this one.
Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the
I so far have not lost Whamageddon. Only a couple days left. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, so currently we're sitting at 3. Yeah, this is going to be all country because it is 2008. Okay, Adrian. Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, I'm a little more. Oh God, can I not scroll this a little bit better? Sorry, one moment. How do I? I've messed something up. Hang on one moment. I have to fix something here. Please forgive me. Oh no, there's an ad now. Oh my God, this is impossible. So sorry. My ad blocker apparently is not doing its job. There we go. Maybe that's better. Ad unblocked, yeah. All right. We're currently sitting at number 3 for this one. We can always come back and reevaluate. Up next, song number 2 after Last Christmas by Taylor Swift, we have Christmases When You Were Mine by Taylor Swift. And it goes something like this.
Please take down the mistletoe, 'cause I don't wanna think about that right now, 'cause everything I want is miles
Ballads are hard,
away.
especially like in rankings.
Little town. My mama's in the kitchen worrying
JJ. Oh my God.
about me. Season's greetings, hope you're
I will say, I think that this is either one. Wait,
doing alright. If
I gotta look something up actually.
you're wondering, lately I can never tell.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So this is definitely an original. I was double checking.
But there were Christmases
There very much could be.
when you were mine. I've been doing fine without you.
I do think that the guitar part is actually kind of nice.
Up until the nights got cold.
Acoustic on its own is like just very,
Everybody's here except
like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not neutral. Very exposed. Good Lord.
got someone
Um,
to hold. But for me it's just
we'd be fine with a 4. So I will say, so we've had 6, we've had 4, 5, and 5. I think 5 is kind of splitting the difference. So we're gonna go with 5 here.
Christmas, everybody. That'll
I do agree. I do think that she's got better vocals. I've never listened to this whole thing through, but knowing her ability, I do think she's probably got songs with better vocals on them. Because yeah, I'm not fully into the sort of like country, like kind of warble, you know, because it's not quite vibrato, but it's, you know, but it's like its own thing. Yeah, totally. Because she was 18 when she made this. Doing the math on that one real fast. Because she's 2 years older than me, and so I had to think about where I was at this time. Or, no, 19? My bad. My bad. Dumb. I'm dumb. I was like doing the math real quick. I didn't, apparently. All right, this is Santa Baby by Taylor Swift.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me.
I'm blocking this, man.
Awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Oh, okay. Kind of like that little guitar riff there.
Santa baby, a 50-foot convertible to light blue.
Okay, good backing harmony.
That for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney.
So far, this feels the less.
Yeah. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the boys I haven't kissed.
It is kind of funny because I was about to say, so far, this is the least kind of country sounding to me, and then they brought out like the, you know. I do kind of feel like Santa Baby is honestly a pretty tried and true classic. I know, honestly, I was kind of also leaning too. I won't lie. Also, that like electric guitar track is really kind of kicking. I truly do love the song Santa Baby. Back in the day, we had talked about doing a cover album that was all female artists. And this was one of the songs that we were then going to do, because then we could also put it on a Christmas album if we ever did one. But we would have kept it like Santa Baby. Yeah, because you know what? I hate when people like Bublé are too afraid to be like, hey, Santa, give me a ring or give me a little smooch kind of thing. If you're like, Santa, buddy, it's like, fuck off, dude. Be in love with Santa or don't sing to Santa at all. All right? Good Lord. I think Bublé's got some other good Christmas songs, but if you're going to sing Santa Baby, don't change it to Santa Buddy. Exactly. Don't be a coward. Honestly, I won't be surprised if Santa Baby gets moved up to 1 at the end. That's kind of my hot take. My hot take is that probably is going to be my number 1. Although White Christmas could be right there. But up next is Silent Night by Taylor Swift. Be gay or don't have any cheer. That's so real. Exactly. Okay, well this is a tougher one for me because like I think Silent Night is a beautiful song. I don't know why we're changing it. Okay, no, we still changed it. Like we hit the actual melody for like a split second. But I don't know if I really like fully redoing. Yeah, the notes are not doing it for me. I fear that that's going to be a 6. I truly don't get... yeah. This is kind of upsetting to me. Sorry, billionaire lady, but this one was not it. I'm going to keep it real with you, Taylor. This one probably should have stayed on the cutting floor. That's a disappointment, unfortunately. Because, like, my thing is I'm not religious, right? But, like, there are some truly, like, you know, like hymn, you know, songs out there that are just so... Okay. Really funny, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's a very funny message. Whew, that's good. All right. Well, anyway, it's tough. Like, it's tough making a classic. Nope. Let me try this again without stuttering so much. It's tough taking a classic song and making it like original to you and like giving it your own spin. So like, I don't envy that part of it, right? But I do kind of think that like you kind of have to have the foresight to go, it's a lot of changes. Do we think that the people will fuck with it? You know? Because unfortunately, tonight, we do not. Up next, Christmas Must Be Something More by Taylor Swift. What if the sixth track was like by Billy Joel? Been kind of funny.
What if ribbons and bows didn't mean a thing? Would the song still survive without 5 golden rings? Would you still want to kiss without mistletoe? What would happen if God never let it snow? What would happen if Christmas carols told a lie?
The lyrics are kind of not for me. But like musically, like instrumentation wise, is pretty good. Okay, it's got like a real major religious overtone to it. And like not in the same way that Silent Night does, right? To be clear. Unfortunately, there is a song already in 5. But let's remember that when we come back. I do fear that that's number 4. There was a part of me that was like, I'm kind of hoping that one of her 2 originals on this will kind of end up a little bit higher. You know, just to kind of give her some of her accolades in that way. But unfortunately, both of them are kind of on the lower side of it. I don't think you should be. Hang on, I'm knocking on wood. I'm very hopeful that will be the number 1. I do think Santa Baby could end up moving up. That's what it is as. It's weird to me also calling Jesus the birthday boy when Christmas Day is not his actual birthday. Kind of a fun little thing. I for sure, like, I will say, like, again, like in terms of like my enjoyment of Taylor Swift music, I strongly prefer the days that she moved on from Dear Birthday Boy. Today, we ask you to bless this food and us to that service. Amen. He was born in March. It's a whole thing. But yeah, no, like, because like my thing is, I think that even back then, you can tell that she's got a pretty decent voice, right? But I kind of feel like it's like kind of the forcing of the twang and to fit into the genre that she was at the time pursuing. Kind of pigeonholed her a little bit into a specific sound and like, again, like a sound that I just don't think was the proper match for what she actually can do. You know what I mean? Because while I'm not like, you know, I'm not someone who's like, you know, buying every single piece of merch or whatever. As someone who used to previously be like, God, I can't stand Taylor Swift, right? Like, and not just to be like, you know, popular with the boys kind of thing. It just really, truly was like not made for me, which is also fine, right? But like as she got older and made like different types of songs and everything like that, there were songs that, although like from the older songs, the only exception to me was Never Ever Getting Back Together. I was like, wait a minute. Unfortunately, this one is fire, you know? But like I think that like as her music kind of progressed, I was kind of like I got more into it. And it also helped having friends that were definitely big Taylor Swift fans to then say, what songs either do you love that I can like listen to kind of know you better? But then also on the flip side of that, what are songs that she has that you think I will enjoy? And that has also tremendously helped me with like getting more into her stuff and like being more, cool with stuff. Maggie, unfortunately, you are a little late, but don't worry, we still got some time. We're still doing some stuff. We have one last track, and then we're gonna have to do the fan choice. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. All right, so this is White Christmas by Taylor Swift, starting very heavily on the country side of it with some fiddle.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten.
Okay, decent backing. Ooh, I like they did that version. There's kind of two different ways. There's kind of two different ways, I think, to do the harmonies on White Christmas. And I do like that we're kind of doing like the little bit of like kind of like jazzier version instead of kind of more like block chords type thing. We're getting into some like interesting little like kind of crunchier bits where there's a brief clash until you resolve it, or at times going to like a jazz voicing of it versus like a standard like first, third, fifth. Good usage of slide again. And we got some mandolin kind of very gently on the right hand side of everything, but really layering in kind of nicely here. Maybe a rare thing to say, but actually I think the drums are a little quiet. Yeah, I kind of feel like we could move one or two, but sorry, not song one and song two, but although I also wouldn't be, opposed to that. Now that's an interesting idea. Not where I was expecting that one to go at all. So Fish is saying move 1 down to 3, then 2 and 3 go up. To me, I kind of think that I might swap 4 and 5. To me, like that's kind of a no-brainer. These two swapping is kind of also. Oh, you can't see my mouse. I forgot about that. Sorry. Swapping 5 and 6 is also something that I wouldn't be opposed to, but I do agree with that as well, Minnie. Yeah, let's get the Happy Birthday Jesus song down a little bit. No, I do agree that the changing of 6 could keep it at 6, but also it's that thing of when it was like, thank you, baby birthday boy. Thank you for your baby bottom in the hay and giving the angels something to say. And you're like, all right, well, weird energy that we've got here tonight in the Chili's. I do kind of dig that version of White Christmas. I kind of feel like I would maybe swap Santa Baby with White Christmas. For me, I kind of think that White Christmas above Last Christmas for me, but like, again, this is a collaborative effort. Oh, I forgot to print this. Okay. Remind me to go backwards in a second and fix this afterwards. I can't believe I've done that twice tonight now. But I don't know. What are we thinking? Are we thinking Last Christmas also move up? Or we go with White Christmas at 2? Do we need any last minute like sections played or anything like that? Down to play anything for the people. Okay, so Fish wants White at 3, Last at 2. Do we have any takers on that? Maggie, of course, would love to know. What I would love to do is after obviously you can chime in, but I would also love to know after the fact how close we got our version of the list. Oh, okay. Well, afterwards, once you're not driving, how are you, girl? Aren't you sick? You stop that. You stop being places. I would love to know at the end of this though, where your mindset is of the songs. Of like which 3. Maybe I'll call you or something like that and get you on the air. If that's okay. If you have that ability. I mean, obviously don't type right now because you're driving. Okay, so Az is saying that they'll bite for that. Okay. I think that this is good though. Like I do think that we were, even if we didn't necessarily get exactly what we were thinking overall, like off rip, I think that we kind of agreed that like the top 3 and the bottom 3 were all the correct, like top and bottom, just maybe slight tweaks to which order we wanted them in. Which is good because sometimes we had to rearrange everything, right? But I liked it as we went. We kind of had an actual idea of kind of where we were going or where these were headed. All right. Well, I'm going to print this. I keep saying print. I mean download. That's weird. Okay. So originally we had White Christmas, Santa Baby Last Christmas, and then this. Okay. So this was the original version that we had. Why is Minnie fighting with Christian? Someone explain that one to me. Oh, interesting. I would do Santa Baby, then White Christmas. See, that's where I had it. Maggie. What about Christmas is when you were mine? Christmas Must Be Something More, and Silent Night. Where would you put those 3? Mine, More, and Night. Would you put that 4, 5, 6 or 5, 4, 6 or 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? No. I hate to say that when we heard Silent Night, there was some oof. I regret to inform you that Silent Night was met with some frustration. Changing up Sweet Baby Jesus' song. Oh, excuse me. All right. Well, hey, Maggie, don't worry. I have recorded all of this, and so it will, of course, be available for watching for your viewing pleasure later. Since you did this. This was thanks to you. We had a special edition playlist today that was all Maggie. As an honorable mention, I will play for all of you right now the song that Maggie is dropping here. Let's see. Christmas Tree Farm. Taylor Swift.
My winter nights are taken up by
as when you donate a song, a sub per song. Them's the rules.
Just like magic. In my heart is a Christmas tree farm where the people would come to dance under sparkling lights, bundled up in their mittens and coats, and the cider would flow. And I just wanna be there tonight.
Yeah. You get one song to request. Sorry, I was texting Jen back. Jen just finally got back to me. It's as a subscriber, you get one song submission, and then if you want more songs, you can gift a sub. Or also, on the flip side of that, if you have not subbed or are not subbed and want to get a submission, you can just sub. Basically, sub per song, right? Trying to pay my bills, trying to become a full-time content creator. And I do believe that going up on the air until they sue me and make me take all the things down and make me pay damages, that'll be how we do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. While this is a fun little song, I do think Santa Baby is better. And potentially White Christmas. Well, everyone, thank you so much for a successful WBRP episode. This was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that we got to get one in, before the holidays, so we could have a little bit of Christmas spirit. And I also really appreciate that we had so many people sending in submissions this time. We had some new submitters, and we have some new submitters for next time as well. We've had basically 2 weeks in a row, actually, of WBRP, which is also pretty neat. Something that we have not yet done on this show. And I really appreciate people, showing up for all these shows. This is a lot of fun. The next one will be probably January. Hang on, let's take a look at the calendar. I have a feeling that the next one will probably be either January 9th or maybe January 16th. I would love to eventually get it to a place where it's like, hey, it's always like the third Friday of the month kind of thing. In fact, actually, that might be what I just start doing. Maybe I'll just say that. That would make it the 16th, actually, of January. But we'll kind of keep an eye on that. It also depends on how many people are submitting. Because if we start getting enough submissions and enough subs, then we might have a reason to do every other week. But this coming Friday, there will not be a WBRP. There will also not be a That All New Punk. I will be out of town. So this is the last one of the year. So I know that this is still like a newer show, but this was one of those things where I've been knowing that I needed to make some changes and like add some new programming to the streams. And this was something that really was an idea that I've had for a while. And it took a little bit of time to actually kind of get in there and like make it happen. But boy, am I happy that I did, because this really has been an absolute blast. I've really loved doing this show and sharing these moments and getting to hear everyone's sort of personal individual takes and sort of seeing where their tastes both affect the songs that they send in, and then also like how they then grade the songs from other submissions or just from the kind of random playlist from the new punk shows. So thank you so much for a successful 2025 on WBRP. As always, that is how the track fades, and we will see you all next time.